Listen. So previous class we started with what is electromagnetic field or electromagnetic theory. So what is called as electromagnetic theory? It is a combination of electromagnetic fields, electromagnetic theory. It is a combination of electric field and mechanical field or magnetic field. So what is electric field and what is magnetic field? Then how we concluded electric and magnetic field. What is electric field, what is magnetic field, how it is combined as electromagnetic field.
Electric field is charges are at rest position. Magnetic field charges are at position.
See, actually electric field means by applying external voltage, we are making the device to operate. That is to move the flow of current. Magnetic field, when you take a bar magnet, if you place a magnet, around the magnet there will be a field created automatically without any external supply. So that is magnetic field. So electromagnetic field means we cannot place everywhere the permanent magnet. Instead of that, we are making the coil as a magnet. So for that we are energizing your coil by giving an external supply. So by giving external supply, we are including electric field. We are making the winding as a magnet. Therefore, we are making it as a magnetic field. So with the combination of external supply and making your winding as a magnet, it is called as electromagnetic field. So advantage of using electromagnetic field is we can use it in 3 dimensions. Instead of xy axis alone, we will be having x axis, y axis and z axis. That means we can analyze any circuit in free space also. That is your advantage of using a magnetic field. So here in electromagnetic, instead of placing a charge in one position, one position is called as rest position. So if we are moving that charges from the rest position to the other position, there will be a இல்லைப்பா சார்ஜ் இருக்குது அது அப்படியே மூமெண்ட்டே இல்லாமல் இருந்ததுன்னா அது என்ன சொல்லுவோம் பாயிண்ட் சார்ஜ் ரெஸ்ட் பொசிஷனில் இருக்குதுன்னு சொல்லுவோம். ஸோ இஃப் யூ ஆர் மூவிங் த சார்ஜை வந்து ஒரு டைரெக்ஷனில் மூவ் பண்ணுறேன். அப்போ மூவ் பண்ணும்போது அது என்ன பண்ணும்? இட் இஸ் மூவிங் அட் ஒன் பர்டிகுலர் ஸ்பீட். அப்போ மேக்னெட்டிக் ஃபீல்டில் என்ன இன்க்ளூட் பண்ணணும்? வி ஹாவ் டு இன்க்ளூட் யுவர் ஸ்பீடை இப்போ நம்ம என்ன சொல்லுவோம்? வெலாசிட்டி. சரியா? மெஷின்ஸில் இட் இஸ் கால்ட் அஸ் ஸ்பீடு. நம்ம இங்கே பார்க்கும்போது இட் இஸ் கால்ட் அஸ் வெலாசிட்டி. ஸோ தட் வெலாசிட்டி கேன் பி எய்தர் கான்ஸ்டன்ட் ஆர் மூவிங். ஸோ ரெண்டுமே நம்ம இங்கே எலக்ட்ரோமேக்னெட்டிக் ஃபீல்டில் அனலைஸ் பண்ண போகிறோம். ஸோ இஃப் யுவர் வெலாசிட்டி இஸ் கான்ஸ்டன்ட்லி repeatedly changes, then there will be a generation of electromagnetic waves. சரியா? ஆறு 15 மினிட்ல பார்ப்போம். சரியா? So charges at rest position as well as in moving position with constant velocity will be analyzed in your electric unit 2 and 3. சரியா? In 5th unit, when it is moving at different speed, it will be generating electromagnetic waves that will be analyzed in your 4th and 5th unit. சரியா? First unit வந்து general terms required for solving your 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th units. So அதில் தான் நம்ம என்ன பார்த்தோம்? Vector algebra நம்ம ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணுமா? So in that vector algebra, we will be considering 2 components. One will be a scalar component, another one vector component. What is called as a scalar component? It has only magnitude. It does not have any direction. That charges we call it as scalar charges. So when it is having both magnitude and direction, it is called as vector field. So vector என்ன பார்த்தோம்? 2 வேரியபிள் இருக்குது, 3 வேரியபிள்ஸ் இருக்குது. ஓகேவா? We saw addition, subtraction, multiplication. So in multiplications தான் நமக்கு என்ன சேஞ்சஸ் ஆச்சு? For 2 variable, we will be having different equation. For 3 variable. So your multiplication will be classified as dot product and cross product. Generally dot product is called as scalar product. cross product is called as vector product. So vector or scalar nu enna pathom? Multiplication la dot cross scalar product vector product. Adula 2 variable 3 variable pathoma triple product nu pathirpo double product nu pathirpo adha base panni problems dot product curl idella pathom. So now take the next parameter as differentiation. 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 So here the differential vector will be called as del or lambda, represented as triangle, inverted triangle. So vector product in differentiation it is called as del operator or lambda operator, represented by a triangle in reverse direction. So for 3-axis component we will be generally calling it as x-axis component, y-axis and z-axis component. This is unit vector. So unit vector for each axis will be represented as ax vector, ay vector and az vector. So now we need to write differential operator, that is vector value del is equal to rho by rho x ax vector plus rho by rho y ay vector plus rho by rho z az vector. So usually our differential term will be represented by del in terms of x, y, z component. So based on this del, we will be having 3 classifications. First one, we call it as gradient. Gradient. Second one called as divergence. Third one called as curl. Taking definition, gradient. Gradient of any scalar function. Gradient of any scalar function. Yes, the maximum space rate of change. Space rate of change. Repeat, gradient. Gradient of any scalar function is the maximum. Gradient of any scalar function is the maximum space rate. Space. SPACE. Space rate of change of that function. take it as divergence. Second one, divergence. 2 mark question. Divergence. Define divergence. Definition: divergence of a vector is defined as divergence of a vector is defined as the limit of its surface, the limit of its surface integrated per unit volume. Divergence of a vector is defined as the limit of its surface integrated per unit volume as the volume enclosed by the surface shrinks to zero. I repeat, divergence of a vector is defined as the limit of its surface integrated per unit volume as the volume enclosed by the surface shrinks to zero. So rate என்ன கொடுத்திருக்காங்க? It is a scalar product ன்னு போடுமா? Divergenceல it is a vector product. அப்போ இங்க என்ன போடணும்? Divergence will be represented as del dot v. ஓகேவா? del dot v இல்ல a அந்த மாதிரி எதுனாலும் கொடுக்கலாம். So del value is dou by dou x ax vector a எடுத்துக்கணும் plus dou by dou y ay vector plus dou by dou z az vector dot a is also a vector. Correct? Now in 3 axis இருக்கிறதுனால it should have 3 axes. So coefficient of x is taken as ax vector plus coefficient of y is ay vector. Coefficient of z is az vector. ஓகேவா? இப்போ சால்வ் பண்ணும்போது ax vector is multiplied with ax vector, so it is dou ax divided by dou x plus dou ay divided by dou y plus dou az divided by dou z. Since ax vector dot ax vector value is 1, apna ay dot ay is also 1, az dot az is also 1. Third one, curl. See, this can be short formed as divergence of A. DAB, A. Del dot A can also be called as DAB, divergence of A. Next one, curl. Curl in a cross product. சரியா? So அப்ப இங்க எப்படி போடணும்? Del cross A. It is also called as curl of A. இது எப்படி சொல்றது? Curl matrix form. சரியா? So del cross A is equal to, always your first column is will represent your axis, three-dimensional view. So it is Ax vector, Ay vector, Az vector. Second row will be representing your del operator. Coefficient of Ax is dou by dou x. Coefficient of Ay dou by dou y. Coefficient of Az dou by dou z. Last term A vector. So A vector taking coefficient of Ax another. Again it is capital letter Ax, Ay, Az. Zero. Yeah. Take note. If the divergence is 0, if the divergence is 0, it is called solenoid. Solenoid. Divergence of A when dot A equal to 0. If the divergence is equal to 0, then it is called as solenoid. அதே மாதிரி if the curl del cross A is 0, it is called as irrotational. So these two are called as applications of curl and divergence. Solenoid and irrotational is called as application for your divergence and curl. So if the divergence value is 0 then that system is a solenoid. If the curl becomes 0, it is called as irrotational. Applications of vector algebra divergence and a curl. Lesson if f vector is equal to take note, if f vector equal to x square ax vector plus y square ay vector plus z square az vector, then find divergence of f and curl of f. If f vector is equal to x square ax vector plus y square ay vector plus z square az vector, find the divergence of f and curl of f. First one, divergence of f. அப்படின்னா del dot f vector. So solution is dou by dou x ax vector plus dou by dou y ay vector plus dou by dou z az vector. It is your del operator dot f vector value x square ax vector plus y square ay vector z square, a is a vector. Right now. So multiply dou by dou x into x square plus dou by dou y into y square plus dou by dou z into z square. Since ax value is 1. So if I differentiate panna, so 2x plus 2y plus 2z. So 2 times of x plus y plus z. Divergence. Second one, curl of f means del cross f. Del cross f. Then we go to the del cross f will be represented in matrix ax vector, ay vector, az vector, dou by dou x, dou by dou y, dou by dou z. Coefficient of x is x square, y square, z square. Solve करना. cross dou by dou y into z square करो. So opposite axis. So value will be 0. போடுமா? ax vector into dou by dou y z square minus dou by dou z y square plus ay vector into dou by dou x z square minus dou by dou z x square plus az vector into dou by dou x above minus absent. Take down one more problem. Second sum. Evaluate the divergence. Evaluate the divergence. V is equal to evaluate the divergence. V equal to x y I vector plus 2y z j vector plus 3zx k vector at a point minus 1 comma minus 1 comma 2. V is equal to xy I vector plus 2yz j vector plus 3zx k vector at a point minus 1 minus 1 2. Point என்ன கொடுத்திருக்காங்க minus 1 minus 1 2 means values of x y z. So அப்படினா first இதோட value x y z. Solve பண்ணிடா. என்ன கேட்டிருக்காங்க क्वेश्चनல? It is given as divergence of v. Divergence formula என்ன? ஆக்சுவலாக டெல்லியில் வந்து 3 ஆக்சஸ் எக்ஸ் ஒய் ஜெட் நம்ம அசியூம் பண்ணுவோம் சரியா. இந்த கொஸ்டினில் இட் இஸ் given as I J A. That means we have to replace x y z by I J. சரியா. இந்த இடத்துல x I J A ன்னு வேணா மாற்றுவோம். இல்லை புரியுதுன்னா புரியுது. So it is dou by dou x xy plus dou by dou y 2yz plus dou by dou z 3z into x. So value is y plus 2z plus 3x. Divergence of b vector. So at point minus 1 comma minus 1 comma 2 del dot d is equal to y value minus 1 plus 2 times of z value 2 plus 3 times of x value minus 1. So it is minus 1 plus 4 minus 3 which is equal to 0. Therefore this function is a solenoid. Question is